I'm going to be doing another video on the M2 Pro again today, the AlienRider premium writing system. I get asked often how this unit stacks up against the Chigee A05 Lite. And the differences are significant, and there's trade-offs. In some aspects, the Chigee might be a more suitable product for a writer, and other ways the AlienRider M2 Pro. It's not just a simple, features 1, 2, 3, consider those. It's a little more complex than that. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to take a deep dive on the unit, and I'm going to talk about probably premium writing systems in general. And when I say premium writing systems, what I'm talking about pretty much are going to be the AlienRider, Chigee, and Innovv. Innovv just released the N1, and it looks like quality kit. I've seen some YouTube videos out there already, and there's no reason. Innovv's a solid company, so I expect their product to be pretty good. And for what they deliver, they're actually putting some pressure on the price point for these lesser capable dash cam systems, but they're still premium systems nonetheless. In the video description, I've built a comparison table that's going to show you, it's going to have AlienRider, Chigee A05 Lite, and then AOI Play, and then Innovv N1 and N1 Pro. I've looked at other writing systems. Here's one from Navafly. This is the old, reliable budget system from China. I think this one's from Greenye. I've looked at bigger screen systems with detachable capability, but none of them are premium systems. There may be some out there I'm not aware of. I'd love for you to let me know in comments if that's the case. I can't buy them all and review them. I'm not a big channel. I don't get stuff sent to me, but I do want to get the information out there. I sell the M2 Pro, and I want you to understand. I'm going to give you a fair overview of what's different so you can make an informed decision. If you feel like if the Chigee feature set is better for you, then I want you to buy that system. I want you to be happy with the writing system that you have on your motorcycle. Let's dive into it. When you open up your kit, and the first thing you're going to notice right off the bat is the AlienRider has a much bigger screen than the Chigee A05 Lite. It's a 6.1 inch display. They have it spec'd at 1000 nit for brightness. I think Chigee is claiming 1200 nit. A buddy of mine has the Chigee. I've looked at the Chigee a lot. I haven't bought one to play with here in the office. They're both very bright units. The 1000 nit is definitely adequate. For reference, Innovv, the other system that I mentioned that's premium, is 800 nit. And 800 nit is going to be probably your average for a cell phone. So your Samsungs, your iPhones are going to be around 800 nit. Huge difference. It's worth pointing out. For me, this is the sweet spot for screen size. Here's a 5-inch right here for comparison. I ran this unit for a bit. It was okay. I just liked the bigger screen. And this is a 7-inch with a huge bezel, and I found this thing just too big on the motorcycle. But chocolate vanilla, some people are going to a smaller screen. It really may have to do with your cockpit configuration. May not be an issue for you. But I find the 6-inch screen to be a bit better, and the brightness is very good. Next, I want to talk about the feature set. All these systems are going to do CarPlay and Android Auto. So that's the first thing on the list that they need to accomplish. Works very good. The connections are very reliable on the AlienRider. I have gotten some feedback from some of the guys that I know that are running Chigee systems and claim connection issues. But in all fairness, when you're in the Android world, there are some inherent issues with the Android operating system that may present something that appears to be a connection issue based on how the OS works. CarPlay seems to be more robust, and quote-unquote connection issues may or may not be associated with the unit itself. It could be a feature of the Android. I did a M2 Pro up in Subic Bay, and he started off with Android, and then he switched over to an iPhone, and he said it ran much better. And this is AlienRider, so he had some issues with his Android phone on the AlienRider. So just something to be aware of. So I'm going to reference my little cheat sheet here, make sure I don't miss anything. All of these units in the premium space, Chigee, Innovv, and AlienRider are all rated at IP67 for ingress protection, except for AIO Play. Now they are claiming a higher ingress protection of IP68. So that's not going to be a camera system, so it's a host only. So it looks like they've been able to achieve a little bit better ingress protection on the AOI Play. But all the other systems are going to be IP67. Okay, so I'm going to throw out a couple of features that AlienRider does not have, which may be important to you. Chigee A05 Lite has an external GPS, and what that GPS does for you is it will put GPS data and overlay it on the video that it records. So it'll have your latitude, your longitude, and also your speed. I'm not sure what other features might be available through that. I don't know if that data is able to be utilized when you take the video out and throw it into some telemetry software. I've never just really haven't played with it. But AlienRider does not have that. Also, the A05 Lite has Sentry mode. So what Sentry mode is if the unit gets an impact and someone comes and knocks your bike over, it's in the parking lot, it gets knocked over, it gets hit by a car, Sentry mode will see that, read that G-sensor impact, and then fire the unit up and do a recording and save that recording on the device and lock it. Okay, AlienRider, no Sentry mode. Okay, Chigee A05 Lite has it. Let me check the Play. Looks like Play does not have it. Innovv N1 Pro has it. The N1 basic unit does not have it. So pay attention on these units if a lot of people key on Sentry mode and also the GPS feature and want to know if it has it. All right. What else? Let's run through. So Chigee has done a lot of good work on integrations for BMW. So what I'm talking about there is being able to use the Wonder Wheel if you have it on your motorcycle, actually on the left side, OBD integration, CGRC integration, all those sorts of things. But keep in mind, that's very motorcycle specific. If you're riding a BMW and you want to avail of that capability and start importing data from your bike and displaying it on your riding system, getting engine metrics, that sort of thing, Chigee offers that. But you want to be very careful. Really dive into that and review it bike model by bike model and understand. I think there's that capability is there, but it's not 100% on all BMW machines. So I don't know. I haven't messed with that, but just researching on their website, looks like you want to tread carefully there and make sure that feature set either exists for your bike or is planned for your bike. They're doing a lot of good work there. Chigee products are a bit more expensive, and it looks like they're able to take that, and their products are successful. So they're putting that back into the product. So that's actually a plus on Chigee. They've been first to market with this product, and kudos to those guys. So again, you're not going to have any of those features on the AlienRider that I outlined with regard to BMW specific integrations or OBD integrations. The next thing I want to talk about are Bluetooth connections. So the AlienRider has Bluetooth 4 single channel. Works good. You can make your phone connection to the host display, no problem. And then you can connect your headset to your phone. Chigee actually works exactly the same way, but the difference is they do have Bluetooth 5 technology, and they have a dual Bluetooth channel system. The reason for that system is because their remote controller that connects to the host display to manipulate the screen and give you button operation of the host is a Bluetooth connection. So when they say it's dual Bluetooth, that's for the benefit of the device communication, and I'll talk about that here in a minute on AlienRider. Innovv, all the new systems, okay, so Innovv Play is Bluetooth 5, Innovv N1 Pro is Bluetooth 4, and Pro is Bluetooth 5, and Innovv N1 is Bluetooth 4. So N1 Pro, Bluetooth 5, N1 standard, Bluetooth 4.1. Okay, so microphones. All these units have microphones with the exception of AIO Play. You're not recording anything, so obviously you don't need a microphone on that unit. It also doesn't have a gravity sensor, but all other units have the G sensor. AlienRider does not have a speaker. So the AO5 Lite does have a speaker as well as the Play. For your phone, obviously you do Bluetooth connection, and then your CarPlay Android Auto functionality will exist in your headset, but any audio that's generated by the AlienRider M2 Pro will not come through that headset. Now this unit does have a speaker phone output, so you could add an external speaker and get audio that way. And it might be a consideration because the unit will generate audio alerts. They're really, one is when you touch a button, you can get a beep. I could care less about that. But the other one is there's some audio alerts for the LiDAR system. When you get the indications on the side of the screen or for blind spot detection or rear collision, you can associate audio alerts with that. So just something to be aware of. And the audio alerts would not come from your headset. But me, I use the visual. I'm not too interested in audio, so I don't run external speaker, and I'm not concerned about it being in my headset. All right, next we're going to talk cameras. So this is the camera for the AlienRider. It's a Sony IMX307, and actually all these premium systems use the same camera. There may be some differences in the lens stack. I think AlienRider is a 6-layer lens. I believe Chigee is also a 6-layer lens. I think Innovv is using a 4+1. There may be some differences in viewing angle. So AlienRider is a 120 degree, and I think Chigee uses a 137 degree viewing angle because they're using their camera for safety sensing. So I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. But as far as the CMOS image sensor itself and the image quality that you're going to get from the camera, they're all going to be very similar. You could see some differences in image quality, obviously based on the encoding and what they're doing with that CMOS image sensor. The AlienRider image is quite good. They're all going to have StarViz technology for wide dynamic range. So really a level playing field there, except with regards to how the cameras are used, and I'll talk about that in a minute. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is video encoding. It's important. AlienRider uses H.264 encoding, okay? Chigee is going to use H.265, and I think Innovv is also H.265. So the question is, what does that mean? The compression or the encoding is more efficient on H.265. For the same bit rate, your file size will be smaller when you're using H.265 encoding. So on H.264, obviously that means the file sizes are going to be bigger. That means you're going to have less video to be able to be stored on the SD card before it starts overwriting, okay? But H.265 presents some other challenges. I don't know a whole lot about this, but just what I've researched online, it may impact like the ability of the Chigee. There's no playback in the Chigee host. So on AlienRider, you can open up the DVR on the screen, look at all your videos, select one, you can lock it, you can play it, you can rewind it, you can fast forward it, and you don't have to take out your mobile phone and open up a mobile app. You do have the mobile app to retrieve them, download them, get them on your phone, share them, whatever. But you don't have to. You can quickly just go to your screen and see your video. Chigee does not have that capability. You have to actually open the mobile app to look at your video stored on Chigee. Something, again, small difference, but it might be important to you. And I'm not sure, but I think the H.265 may make that capability more difficult to install on the device. I don't know. But don't read that as a degraded video quality. I don't know if there's a difference in encoding bit rate between the Chigee video and AlienRider video. I know the AlienRider is very good. Chigee looks good as well, but I have not been able to get my hands on a Chigee file to do a comparison recorded at the same resolution. So just a little bit about encoding there. Generally a small thing, but if you have a concern about how much video you can store on your SD card, all these systems are going to max out at 256 gigabyte, so no differences there, but the encoding will have some impact on how much video you can store on that SD card. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about are TPMS capability on the systems. Okay, so the M2 Pro has the capability of binding up to 4 TPMS sensors. So that means you can take the AlienRider, you can put it on a trike, a reverse trike, a quad, a RZR, a car if you wanted to, and you can manage 4 TPMS devices. You just simply reconfigure and then bind them, and boom, then you'll have all 4. They all monitor temperature and sensor across the premium systems. No difference there. AlienRider M2 Pro offers external and internals sensors, and Chigee does as well. But that's the key difference, is how many you can configure in the device. I believe Chigee is going to limit you to a motorcycle configuration or 2 TPMS sensors. Okay, next we're going to talk about ARAS, or Advanced Rider Assistance System technology. Now, this is a big one. If these capabilities are important to you, pay attention, because there are clear differences between Chigee and AlienRider. They're not offered on Innovv at all. On the AlienRider, we have a LiDAR, or they call it a radar-based system. Okay, proven technology all over our cars these days. This has a 55-meter operating window. It manages that window. It has intelligence, so it understands when you have dense targets. I've done a whole video on this. You can find it and dive into it if you want. But if you're at a slow speed and heavy traffic, it's going to shorten that window and manage the targets it's tracking to be smarter for that environment, for an urban environment. And then when you get out on expressway or highway and you're up to running 80, 100K and the targets are fewer, it's going to open up that window to the full 55 meters. And it scales that. So a very smart system. It works very well. It's going to give you yellow and red bars on the sides of your display and the bottom of your display. It's going to do blind spot monitoring, lane change assistance, and rear collision avoidance. Super impressive. We put this on a lot of bikes. Everybody has come back and said it is just freaking awesome. Now, Chigee does deliver that capability, but they do it with a camera. As I mentioned earlier, they run a wider field of view so they can get more visibility to the blind spot. And in the context of an integrated system that's going onto a motorcycle, there's really, in my opinion, LiDAR is superior. Okay, when you go out there on the internet and you start talking about autonomous driving, when you got Elon Musk and he loves cameras, what you need to understand is he is using very good cameras with a lot of software capability to make the cameras perform. So cameras do have some benefit based on it having an image to look at. It can discern some things that LiDAR can't. But for objects that are moving down the road and a system that's embedded in a compact writing system type device, this is far more robust and delivers superior performance. It's just, that's my opinion, but it's all also borne out in the experience of my customers and what people say about the technology out there. But that's the differences, okay? M2 Pro, LiDAR, Chigee, vision-based, camera-based ADAS systems, okay? So, all right, next I'm going to talk about the kit inclusions, because AlienRider, I'm going to hold these up one at a time here so I don't have to pan my camera, but AlienRider really does an exceptional job of giving you a complete kit for one money, right? You buy, really, for 95% of the motorcycles out there, I think you're going to buy the kit, go out and buy an SD card, and you're done. And I'm going to talk about that now. So for mounting options, AlienRider provides two mounting options. There's a Z bracket, so if you want to put it on your mirror post or have it off to the side, and then also a bar mount with a ball joint to accept the bracket that's on the back. So two mounting options in the box, every kit, okay? Next is the remote control. A 3-button controller, it's wired, okay? Chigee's going to offer you the Bluetooth one I mentioned earlier. Extra money, not necessarily cheap. AlienRider's solution to this problem is to make it wired, no battery replacement, 3-button switch, every kit included in the box. Okay, this has a couple of mounting options. They give you a little L bracket here, so you can actually put this on the bar, maybe next to your hand grip or on your hand grip, or you can hang it off your mirror mount with the L bracket, whatever works best for you. So a lot of flexibility there. Power cable with accessory power to keep the date and time active. Very low standby current. And then you have a lot of options for bar adjustment or bushings to accommodate different bar diameters. TPMS wrench and locks. A couple of screws depending on how you want to mount your 3-button switch. Spare screws, the little cover that covers the SD card. The screws are pretty small. There's 3 of them because it's well sealed. And if you lose those, 3 spares. All right, a very good toolkit, all the wrenches and screwdriver and everything you need pretty much to do the installation, and then a set of tie wraps. And last, you get a screensaver, every kit in the box, okay? Tempered glass screensaver, screen protector is what I meant. Tempered glass screen protector, every kit. Doesn't matter if you just buy a host or you buy full M2 Pro, all these accessories come with every kit. You're not spending more money for any of this stuff. So a lot of value in the M2 Pro kit. I don't know what sales here in the Philippines, they're probably giving some freebies, but as I look at it on the website, my buddy that bought the Chigee, I think he got nailed for the remote module, TPMS was separate. So you had to put everything together. AlienRider does a very good job. Now, kit options. You can buy the AlienRider M2 Pro kit optioned. Let me jump over here and go through them. Full M2 Pro has everything I just talked about, $498 currently. There's an M2 Pro 200, which is going to be the complete kit without radar. So if you don't want the radar safety sensing, you can get it. A lot of bikes have factory TPMS, so if you want the radar system, but you don't want TPMS because you already have it on your bike, that's an M204. That kit's available. And then a lot of people just want the host display and the cameras. They want CarPlay, Android Auto, and they want cameras for dash cam recording, and that's it. That's an M2 Pro 201, and that's also available. Any questions on that, drop a comment, send me an email on the website. Hopefully I'm going to double check. There's probably some miscellaneous differences that I want to make sure I cover. I think memory is one. AlienRider is running 2 GB of RAM memory. AIO5 Lite is 4 gig, the Play is 2 gig, and then both the Innovv systems are 2 GB. It's never been an issue. The CarPlay performance and Android Auto performance has always been solid. There hasn't been any lag. When you start messing around with some of these budget Chinese devices, you'll see what I'm talking about. They get very slow and degraded Wi-Fi performance. It's pretty, but I think all these systems are going to perform quite well. But there is that difference. Let's see. Wi-Fi 2.4G, 5G, or 2.4, 5G across the board on all these premium systems. Yeah, that's pretty much it. To follow up on the Innovvs real quick, these are coming in at a pretty competitive price point, but they're pretty basic systems. So these are all going to be ARM Cortex A53s, with the exception of AlienRider M2 Pro. They're using an AMD R5 chip in the device. I like that. I'm a fan of AMD. I think they make great stuff. Let's see, what do I want to tell you guys before we wrap up here? So the Innovv systems are pretty basic. No ADAS. The Pro, you can get TPMS on it for an extra 89 bucks. CarPlay, Android Auto, and then the cameras. But they're setting the price pretty competitive. So there you have it. I'm going to post a link to my comparison table so you guys can drop down the description and look at it if you don't want to suffer through the whole video. Probably should have mentioned that at the beginning. So there you go. Very detailed breakdown specifically with regards to AlienRider M2 Pro compared to the Chigee A05 Lite. What's important to you? Like I said, you're going to look at this stuff and you may find that Chigee is the right system for you. You may find the AlienRider M2 Pro feature set is more. There's no right or wrong answer here. I'm glad we have a lot of manufacturers with a lot of different offerings. I remember when I first started talking about the M2 Pro, the Chigee fanboys like, oh, it's just a Chigee copy. And it's true, but also not true. They're delivering a better system with different feature sets. And the LiDAR sensor, I'm not aware of any other motorcycle. I think the Ducati's putting it on from the factory, but I'm not aware of any other lighting system or capability. There's some stuff you can mount on your mirrors, get some lights, but as far as integrated into a lighting system, AlienRider is the only one that's delivering LiDAR, and they've done an exceptionally good job with it. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.